Okay, g'day winners. I hope we're all doing great. So today I want to talk about limiting beliefs. Now, just quickly, I've just attended a 4-week training to become a life coach. Um, it's been fantastic. It's a great way to do it, or great I can't remember the word. Um, Even though I passed, I'm technically a life coach. I still need more training. But anyway, one of the things that I learned from the trainer is we all have limiting beliefs. Now I've got them. I've had them for many, many years. For a lot of my life, I've had people telling me I wasn't good enough. I'll never amount to anything. I'll always be all the negative stuff you can think of. And I've actually believed it until watching this training. Now, sorry, I'm just playing around my chords a little bit wonky. Um, so, but I want everybody to know that we do have a lot of people out there who will project their negativity and their jealousies and their anger onto us. They will pass on all their stuff because they don't want to see people succeed. Simple as that's what my takeaway is. You know what? Don't think about them. Don't believe them. Listen to your heart, and I say this all the time. Follow your heart. Now, we've got so much negativity out there these days, and which is really filling our brains really badly. Um, and you know what? I don't care. We need to start getting in there and saying, hey, hang on. No, I don't want any negativity in my life. I want to get rid of it. The best way to do it, this is one thing I've found as an author, and I just want to say this too. All characters in my books are based on real people I've either known or know. And I want to say this, I want to clarify as well. Even though there is a lot of negativity in there, and there are some things that I do say, doesn't mean to say I want to do them in real life. They're locked away in here. I don't want to do them in real life. Now, nothing that I do is actually illegal, but I've actually had people, I've lost friends because I've been honest with them, because I based a character on somebody, and the person got rid of me out of their life. You know what? Hey, if I basic, it should be, if that had been Melbourne, great, fantastic. It shows how much high regard you got for me. That's a part of a limiting belief. Instead of going to the negative part, you go to the positive with things. So that was a negative limiting belief that person had. We're no longer in contact. I don't know how to contact them because they've cut all contact from me. But you know what? We need to all start getting out there and start being our higher selves, being a much better person. When somebody says, you can't do this, you know what? Get up and do it. Get up and do it. Don't sit there crying and treating yourself like you're the victim. Get up there. When someone is negative towards you, just laugh it off. Yeah, fine, whatever. That's your opinion. I don't care. I know the truth about me. Now, I don't know how many of you might have actually known this, but this is a little story going back into 1987. It's a limiting belief story where yeah. So in 1987, I was a courier. Now I'm not going to reveal any details, any company details or names or anything like that. But I was a courier in Sydney. Our area stretched from the channel I was on, from Mascot in the south, um, up into the CBD, up along the northern beaches, up all the way to Palm Beach, otherwise known as Summer Bay for home and away fans, and across to, I think, we came back as far as Pacific Highway and back down. So Chatswood, I think we went a little bit into Lane Cove, but not much. Anyway, one Friday it had been a really busy day. I didn't have my lunch until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I had my half an hour lunch, which was good because the shop that I went to, they were finishing up, and I knew I could get a lot of the food cheap, which was great. They knew me. I was in there about 2 or 3 times a week. Used to have love having lunch up there up in the forest. Um, and so as I'm finishing, I got a call on the radio from my operator asking if I was ready to to start work again. I said, yeah, that's fine. He told me about this client. Well, straight away, just got to say the client name. I know where to go. There's a little bit of another code they'll give us. So I went down there. I was in there so quickly, they were still packing the item. So the manager who I knew all the staff there, the manager who I know, asked if I wanted a cup of coffee. Silly question to ask me. Every time I went in there, I'd make a cup of coffee. Didn't even ask to walk straight to the kitchen, make a cup of coffee, come in. And I can actually drink, change gears, and drink a cup of coffee and drive at the same time. Not something I wouldn't do these days. And I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Anyway, he made the cup of coffee. He said, come on, let's go into my office and just sit down. I said, they're going to be a little while for that. He said, don't worry. He said, we'll pay your waiting time. Fine. Ring the base and let them know, which he did. We sat down and had a talk. Now, I didn't know anything about this company at the time. So he sat down, talked about the company a little bit and about they were going to be floating the company publicly, and asked if I had any money that I'd like to invest. And I said, yeah, I've got some money. He said, well, it's probably an idea. He said, because this particular item, what we've got, it's going to take off. He said, you won't regret investing the money. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Stock market was something I had interest in. And so I thought, okay, fine. So just as we finished our coffees and he'd made the call to the base and I confirmed that I was actually there, just as we were finished, got a knock on the door to say that the item was ready. So I came out, put our cups in the sink. I don't think they had a dishwasher then, but I put the cups in the sink. That's all they wanted, because they wash them as they go. Grabbed the parcel, I signed for it, put all the paperwork in, jumped back in the van, let the channel know, my operator know I was coming back, and said, yeah, okay, fine. Head back down, nothing else. I think it was either going to Sydney CBD or Mascot. I can't remember now. But as I'm heading down, I'm just thinking about how good this offer would be. So yeah, I've got $1,000 sitting in the bank. It's sitting in the bank, earning about 3% interest, 3 or 4% interest in those days. And I'm like, I'd worked hard to save the money. It had taken me a couple of years. It was being saved for something. So when I dropped this parcel off, called the radio room, and they said, oh no, we've got nothing else at the moment. Do you want to switch off and head home? I said, yeah, okay, that's fine. So what to do? Now, just want to say this. In the past, I've actually said I went closer to my home with this parcel. I've now come to realise it was either Sydney CBD or Mascot. I was confusing this delivery with another one. So I do apologise. So I turned the radio off, turned the commercial radio on, listening to the music. As I'm heading along, I'm thinking about how good this particular offer was. And I thought, yeah, okay, I'm going to give it a go. I'll talk to them Monday morning, get the information and find out. Now, technically, it's insider trading. But the thing was, this is the company where they needed people to invest. So really, I'm not sure where it could have gone. So when I got home, sat down, did all my paperwork and everything like that to be ready for Monday morning, because I'd go back to the base on Monday morning, drop in all my paperwork for the week and everything like that and be ready to get paid. So got in, had dinner with mum and dad, and mentioned to dad about this offer. His limiting belief, he never believed in the stock market. He was one where the only way to succeed was by having a good job, working hard, putting in the blood, sweat and tears. That was the only way to succeed. I never believed that. Even back in those days, back in 87, I was only about 22, I think. 22. I never believed that. I knew there was something more. But because you didn't have the internet around in those days, I wasn't able to work out what the issue was. So he turned around and he said, no, you're better off going to the bank. He said, how did you get $1,000? I said, I've been saving it for the last couple of years. But anyway, he said, you're better off going to the bank tomorrow morning, withdrawing all the money, and go to the club tomorrow night with us and put it through the one-armed bandits. There's poker machines, slot machines, fruit machines, whatever you call them. Yeah, I lost the money. I lost all the money. The last time I checked the share price of this particular company, it is a very well-known company around the world today. I'm pretty certain some of you are watching or use actually this product. Um, I nearly revealed the name. Um, my shares at $1,000 today could be worth upwards of $200,000 US, which is probably around $300,000 Australian. It might seem like much, but you know what? That's good collateral for going and getting a loan to get a mortgage. That would have been great collateral. Would have been fantastic. Um, so what I want to say to everyone now, if I'd followed my heart, that's what I would have had. So growing up for me, I've had people always putting me down, telling me that I was ugly, I was stupid. Um, People would see me as a weakling and would blame me for various things. But I've realised now it was because they were projecting their insecurities onto me and forcing others. They were manipulating others to do what they wanted. So you know what, everybody, I want to ask you all I want to ask you all a favour here. Please subscribe to my channel. I would like 59,000. The only thing gift I want for Christmas 2024, 59,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. Can we do it? Two, I've actually found out recently schools condition us to become lifelong legal slaves. Do you know what? We're better than going out there and slogging our guts out 40 hours a week for a job that will basically let us go for whatever reasons. There's 128 hours left in the week you're not being paid for. Do you think we should be getting paid for it? You know what? I'll say this to you now. Go out, look for a side business. Look for a side business because, and do your research before you do anything. If you feel there's something out there that you like and you want to give it a go, don't listen to other people. Don't listen to me. Follow your heart. If your heart says, yep, go for it, do it. Simple as. I believe every single person in this world has the capabilities of earning uncapped wealth. We all do. All you need to do is use this, follow your heart, yeah, open your wallets. Now, I will say this as well. My Tragic Life, the paperback version, which is directly available from me, all the profits I'm using from that, I'm using it to establish Mel's customized candles. Plus, once 100,000 people purchase, every single purchaser will receive a free Candle Club membership as well. Now, don't forget, these copies, now you've got to remember it's M A Seymour, Seymour, is mine, more than them. There is another book out there by the same name, so I'm trying to work out another title. These copies, directly from me, are numbered and signed. So which means your copy will be the only one in existence. So it will be, in time, may increase in value. Who knows? In 10 years' time, that book you paid $50 or $100 for, depending on where you live around the world, may end up being valued at a couple of $100,000. You never know. You never know. So come on, everybody. Don't just sit there and just think, yeah, I'm just going to do what I can do. Stop being a legal slave. Get out there and be your own person. Because winners are grinners. Anyway, have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon.